What up, guys? 12:42. So late. I need to help you guys with this video. So hope you're there watching, right? Okay, let's see here. So the previous video went over a few of these different problems, how to graph polynomials by hand. And so I just kind of wanted to focus on the last couple and really show you that. And let's see here. So it looks like those are going to actually involve some factoring, or maybe it's just going to freeze on me. Oh, there you go. So slow. I'd like a blue pen, please. Sorry about that. Don't know why it's slowing down so much. Guess my computer can't hack all this crazy math we're doing, right? That's okay, we got this. I'm just gonna pause it. Be back in 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Okay, so basically, like we showed you in 13, that these harder, more difficult ones, you just need to factor first, and then you can kind of unravel all the parts of it. So x to the fourth power, if you think about it, does come from x squared times x squared, right? I'll show you 15 in a second, which I believe is on the homework. Factors of 4 when we're trying to get 5 is probably 1 and 4, because 1 plus 4 is 5. But if we look here, they both have to be negative, right? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Nice. So then 14 ends up looking something like this. So it's going to be factored into x squared minus 1. Factors into what? That's right, x minus 1 and x plus 1, right? So those are the two factors there. And then x squared minus 4 is also difference of squares. And so it's also going to factor into an x minus 2 and an x plus 2. Nice. So those, again, are the factors of this guy right here, because that's what those basically factor, or not. There we go. Those basically factor into those. And so again, to find the y-intercept, you plug in 0 for x. So 2 times negative 2 is going to be a negative 4. And then negative 4 times 1 is a negative 4, times negative 1 is a positive 4. So not too bad, not too bad. The leading term has already been multiplied out for us. That's x squared times x squared, or x times x times x times x. So x to the fourth power, it's positive. Nice. There we go. The zeros, wow, there are 4 of them. So it's going to be a positive 1, a negative 1, a positive 2, and a negative 2. And then multiplicities, how many times it appears, of course, that's 1, 1, 1, and 1. So we got 4 ones going on for multiplicities. Thanks for watching and learning multiplicities of that last video. Watch it again if you need to. So the end behavior, again, all has to do with the leading term, right? End behavior. So it is a positive x to the fourth power, which means that we're going to end up, as we go to the left, negative infinity, we go up to positive infinity. As we go right, positive infinity, we go up to positive infinity. Okay? And then at our zeros, we're just going to be crossing through, crossing through, crossing through. So at negative 2, at negative 1, at 1, at 2, because of multiplicity 1, it's just going to be a cross through. So we're going to go cross through, cross through, cross through, cross through. And again, our y-intercept will be right here at 4. At 4. And then this is negative 2, negative 1, 1, and 2. There we go. So not too bad, not too bad. So there's 14. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Now 15 does factor as well. It already has one of the factors, which is x plus 3, so we'll go and write that down. And that's also one of our zeros, right? Not a positive 3, though, a negative 3. Now what does x squared plus 4x plus 4 factor into? Well, x squared factors into x and x, and 4 factors into 2 times 2. And you can see all these things in your graphing calculator or Desmos if you just plug that in there, just to throw that out there. Now we need them both to be positive, right? Because 2x and 2x is 4x, and then 2 times 2 is 4, so they both need to be positive. So that means we're actually going to have how many x plus 2's? How many are we going to have? Well, there's 2 of them. So that means we're going to have a multiplicity of 2, right? So it's going to be x plus 2 all squared times x plus 3. And then our leading term, you are going to have to do some multiplying here. So we have an x squared here, and you're going to have to multiply with that x there to give us x to the 3rd power, right? And that's even going to tell us our end behavior. So our end behavior as x goes to the left, negative infinity, remember it's opposite directions. And since it's a positive x third, that means that as x goes to the right, positive infinity, of course y will also go upward, positive infinity. Right? Because positive, as we go to the right, stays positive. Hopefully you watch some of my other videos with that. So there's our positive going on, and that means that down here, as x goes to the left, negative infinity, y will go, wow, sorry, it's hard to do with the mouse. As x goes to the left, negative infinity, y goes to negative infinity, because we're doing a positive x to the 3rd power for our, that's better, x to the 3rd power for our leading term. Nice. Now again, the y-intercept, you plug in a 0 for x, so that goes away. We're just left with the 2 squared is 4. Then a 0 for x here just leaves us with a 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So we're going to have a y-intercept way up here at 12, just to denote that. Awesome. Okay, so then our zeros, again, are going to be the opposite signs, so not a positive 2, but a negative 2, with the multiplicity of 2. And then not a positive 3, but a negative 3 for our zeros, with the multiplicity of 1. And do you remember what those mean again? I hope you do. So 2 means Tigger, so 2 means to bounce, and then the 1 means to cross through, right? Bounce and cross through. Nice. So at negative 2, we're going to bounce, and at negative 3, we're going to cross through, right? Here we go. So we're going to negative 3, and then we're going to cross through, and then negative 2 again, because it's squared multiplicity 2, we're going to bounce, and then we're going to cross through at 12, the y-intercept, and then carry on upwards. So we can kind of ignore this one. And there's our graph. So if you're looking through Canvas and looking through your answers there for number 15, I believe, number 15. Also, we can also use Desmos to prove it, make sure we know what the heck we're doing. So y equals, make sure you use parentheses, so x squared plus 4x plus 4, remember? And close parentheses, open parentheses, and we had an x plus 3. Nice, nice. And it's kind of hard to see, but it is definitely crossing at 12, which is our y-intercept there. There it is. And that's our y-intercept. And then you can see here, if we zoom in, that it is going to go ahead and cross through at negative 3 and then bounce at negative 2. So there's our graph. So then when you're going through this, let me see here. So then when you're going through this assignment, when you get down to number 15, which is our last one there, you have some different graphs to choose from. Can you find which one is right? Hey, that's 2 and 3, but that's positive. Don't be tricked there. Cool. Alright, so there we go. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped you. Thanks for watching. You, behind the screen. Thanks for watching. Under 10 minutes, bam.